welcome to GuESPers. You know what it is. We're on the 10s, and it is the comedy podcast where Alex
and Mason
try to strengthen our relationship by learning to read our minds. But tonight, we have a guest, and that guest is...
What up, y'all? My name is Nick. I'm excited.
And we are here with GuESPers, where we have our guest stars, because we're giving a little bit of levity to those who may not be able to read each other's minds like we can.
Yep.
But that doesn't...
I love your like podcast voice, Alex.
Thank you. It's basically my normal like customer service voice with just like an extra oomph, you know?
For like entertainment value.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
So it's everyone's favorite part of the podcast where I arbitrarily pick a question to decide who goes first.
Bring it.
And that question is, who is the last person who swatted a fly?
Successfully or just...
in general?
I did not, earlier today, I did not swat it, but there was a fly like in the fridge, like on the shelf in the fridge, and I pulled it out, and it was dead. It was dead. I think it was dead. It wasn't moving, but I pulled it out and threw it away. Does that count?
I mean, that's really impressive. Like, I let you. He was on his back. I'm not sure if he was dead. He might have been taking a nap.
He was napping. Maybe he was on his way to death. I don't know. I didn't like didn't check his pulse. But...
he was on his River Styx ride via a General Electric refrigerator.
Yes.
Well, I
mean, I want to give it to him because that's really good.
I'm going to officially ask this question, so Alex has to look this up later. Is there a way to check a fly's pulse?
Thanks. Oh, yeah. So, Nick, we don't do any guest checking on the regular show, and so I constantly have to do episode corrections as like amendums to the show all the time.
Because we say things that are wrong
constantly.
Wrong.
So unbelievably
wrong.
Wait,
so you naturally. Wait, so you don't add it in at the end? Or you do it in a separate episode?
I do it written. So that like goes up on the Tumblr page, and that's just because that's just an easy place for me to post. That's GuESPers@tumblr.com.
Love it.
Right there.
I gotta write that down for myself. I should grab my notebook in case I want to make any notes.
Notes are good. This is the one. Well, I should say every tense. Every guest stars episode is where we're allowed to look stuff up, and it's basically to confirm. Because sometimes people will ask questions, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't fucking know what year blah 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 movie came out."
Yeah. Well, and Tanner, our friend who was the first guest star, wasn't very good with names, so he kept having to like look up to make sure he was thinking of the right person.
Yeah, he had like a whole thing like set up and ready to go. Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
That means that you go first.
Okay.
Nick, form an image in your mind and send that via the digital waves.
All right, I got the person. Let me I got a strong image. I'm sending it. It's on its way.
Neil Patrick Harris.
We were going in the same vein.
You even trying?
Am I even trying?
I was gonna say Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Fuck off.
Wrong.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Babe Ruth.
Oh, I like that. Not the person I'm thinking.
I like your but not what I want.
Fun.
This is fun. Thanks. I'm so glad.
Let's try to guess this person based on like zero information.
Literally nothing. Oh, Nick, I forgot there is one rule, and it is no copyrighted material. But we're guessing real people, so it's not like you guessed Pink Panther. You know what I mean?
That's more of a rule for us on our regular episodes. This kind of thing is literally all copyrighted material.
Arguably, Fred Flintstone is a star. Okay, so
he is a star.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the guy that Fred Flintstone is based off of?
He's based off something?
Because that whole show's just the Honeymooners, but animated in the Stone Age.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Nick, did you know that?
I did not know that.
Whoa.
What's his
well,
name?
While
it's probably not him.
While you waste your time, I'm going to say...
It's neither of those people. The route you're going down, it's not going to lead to the person in my head.
Billy Crystal.
No.
Fuck.
So well, he got excited at Babe Ruth.
So it's got to be a baseball player,
How about
right?
Lou Gehrig?
I'll give you a hint. It's not a baseball player, but
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a hint. I've eliminated 1 out of 1 million possibilities.
I do like baseball, and I do like old school baseball, but it's not. I'm not thinking of one of those guys.
I want to out you on the podcast. Have you collected any more miniature stadiums,
Oh
Nick?
my god.
Oh yeah.
Not since a good old Shibe Park. No, I've not.
Have you looked again at the mini baseball stadium? Because you said you were going to stare at it for about a week and then forget you purchased it.
I mean, that is more or less what happened. Maybe it was 2 weeks. For like a little bit, I was like, ooh, I like how the light comes in, whatever, this time of day, how the stadium looks like with this lighting, or at that time of day, and these are the shadows, because like I can know, like I know like where the stadium was, like where it was facing, north, south, east, west, so I can like angle it that way in my room and be like, oh, like this is what the shadows would have looked like during a game back in.
Wow, that's impressive. I didn't realize you were gonna go that far to like find the like angle of the park to be like, if I were to get a seat here, I would have really liked to sit on this side of the field.
Oh yeah, no,
Past just looking at it. What else are you gonna do?
Recreate your dreams.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing else. My roommates just like moved out and moved a bunch of books off of my bookshelf, so I got some empty shelves. So this guy's going on the shelf.
Sweet.
More opportunity to move this stadium around. What would it look like in the refrigerator? Would it have fly consumers?
Maybe. What would the fly look like? The fly is actually like a good size, as would be like a player on this size. Like,
what if the giant fly was the #1 starting baseball man?
Players did look like flies back in the day.
If you were up in the nosebleeds, for sure.
They didn't have jumbotrons back then.
They didn't look like ants because of their big, beautiful wings.
Right. Actually, but they got the big wings. Actually, the nosebleeds were closer to the field back in the day. So
Really?
So I'm looking at it now. I'll have to take a picture for you guys to put on the Tumblr. But so you can
Thank you.
you can see the model here makes it quite obvious, quite clear. The upper deck is directly on top of the lower deck, whereas modern stadiums, they're set back behind it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's to like they put like suites in between, like nicer suites in between, and like so they need to like for some reason like put the upper deck back further from the field, but it's further from the field. You can't see as much or see as well. So the old stadiums, you didn't know like how much you were getting into like old school baseball stadiums tonight, did you?
No, but like, fuck this. Now we have an informative podcast on fucking baseball stadiums.
Yeah,
Who
here we
doesn't want to
go.
listen to that? Michael Myers.
Wait, Mike.
Yeah, I see where he's going with this.
Wait,
No.
isn't that like the fictional character from?
It is also a real man, a.k.a. Austin Powers, a.k.a. Shrek.
Okay, that's Mike. His name is Mike Myers.
Well, wouldn't his birth name be Michael?
But he doesn't go by that.
He doesn't go. I would be like, yeah, I have in my head Mike Myers, but I'm calling him Michael Myers. Like, you have to call him Michael, or else it doesn't count. That's what I was thinking.
I will concede that if you type in Michael Myers into Wikipedia, there is only Michael John Myers.
What's the OC mean in his name? Is he been knighted? What the...
Is he knighted?
Order, he's been
knighted by Canada.
Oh my god.
I believe that.
Why?
Well, because I knew he was Canadian, and he's like a great, brilliant comic actor. Like they're on
That's pretty dope.
ton of great Canadian actors.
Okay,
Canadians.
Mason, I think we need to drop down to our first hint.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need that time period.
Okay,
Oof.
Nick, what time
Sorry,
period
not,
was this person
not gonna
famous?
do it. You gotta keep guessing.
You have Oh,
He
you
just said he
so
was gonna try and
big
break
old
the
so
thing.
and so.
I'll play along. Let's see. I will say like present day. He probably. Oh, I slipped that out. That's my hint. He's a man.
Okay.
Famous now.
I'm very
Whoa.
bad at
Male?
taking
Present
that
now.
information
Okay.
out. Also, I did that a lot.
Yeah, Mason let a lot of stuff fly by accident. Okay.
Earlier I was aware of it and I said like this person, but yeah, I let it slip. This person who knows the gender could be it's a man.
It's a man.
I would say probably he's not as famous as he was. Like this past decade was his most famous time, but I feel like I would probably guess 4 or 5 years ago to like 7, maybe 8 years ago, he was bigger than he is now.
I can't remember his name right. Tom Holland.
No, definitely not him.
I don't think Tom Holland was even famous 7 to 8 years ago.
I don't know how old he is or how long ago Spider-Man came out.
Oh gosh, because my mind immediately when he said past decade, my mind went to MCU as well. But if we're talking 7 to 8 years ago and he's not as famous now, that kind of rules out pretty much everybody in that field.
They're all relatively famous. Kevin James.
Oh.
No.
Why? Ooh, because I'm roasting Kevin James because I'm saying he's not as famous right now.
No, it's because that was legitimately a good guess.
Oh,
like,
Yeah,
Thank
that's really accurate for him, right?
That
I would
was
say the
when the
2010s
blart was
was-
hot.
yeah.
Oh
Not
man.
like not the mall cop was, but like the
He
movie
was hot.
entity was
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we know it's
We
you're
know
about
it,
it.
we
You're
know
about you like a man on a Segway.
It's just something about a man in a uniform. I mean, what don't you want to
not?
bat your eyes at?
Why not?
Billy Mays.
Who is that?
Um,
Oh,
The infomercial
Yes.
guy for OxyClean who died on an airplane.
yeah, he died on an airplane?
Yeah, he was high on like cocaine and there was turbulence and he hit his head on the ceiling and he died after he got off the plane because he had an aneurysm.
What?
I didn't
No
know all
joke.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
God.
real.
I hope that's true because if that's
What?
like not true, you're gonna like put it up later, but people are gonna think it's true.
Yeah.
That's you found the fatal flaw in my plan. No, I'm pretty confident in that
Wow.
answer.
You
in my
seem confident.
love of Billy Mays.
I do
Okay.
know who that is. I did remember him dying. Didn't remember all that though. Why did I think heart attack?
Because a lot of people have heart attacks.
Don't laugh
fuck,
at that.
who's
Don't laugh
famous,
at
like-
heart attacks.
Oh, you're right. Oh shit, heart attacks are bad.
It's like heart attacks.
Don't
What a
forget your
joke.
baby aspirin. Don't have a heart attack.
Male that was famous
Male,
this past decade, but
past
more famous at the
decade, more
beginning
famous
of the
at the
decade.
He's probably.
Ah!
I don't know if that particular hint would necessarily help me if I were trying to guess. He's probably still famous now. I just feel like technically it has probably waned a little bit.
The party rock dudes.
Red Foo and the other guy. I
Sky
can't
Blue.
remember.
I don't know what his name is.
I don't know who you guys are naming.
The people who did Party Rock is in the
LMFAO.
house tonight.
I can't think of a person I don't even know.
That's a fair
fair
judgment.
He's in the MCU crowd, but Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh, I do like him a lot. He's not who I'm thinking of.
Oh, damn it. Tom Hiddleston.
No.
Fuck. I was just like related to Benedict Cumberbatch. Tom Hiddleston. Fudge. Okay, I think we're going to have to go to number 2. What they're famous for.
Wait, that was number 2, wasn't it?
No, time period was number 1.
Number 2 is what they're famous for.
Yeah, so now tell us like what genre, what like movies.
That's number
or, like,
3,
TV.
right?
No, that's number 3 is initials.
Wait.
You
Wait.
can tell that we really gave Nick the rundown before we started the episode. I told him one time and hit go.
No, wait. Mason, you just said number 1 was just straight up guess, right? Number 2 was
Oh, I see.
I
I
see.
see.
Okay.
the
The
when were they
formula
famous?
is begin to guess, and then hint number 1 is time period. Hint number 2 is what they're famous
Got
for, and
you.
hint number 3 is
Got
initials.
you.
So we're at hint number 2. Hit us. TVs, movies, other media. What are they famous for?
TV and movies comedy.
Ooh. Oh.
TV and movie.
And comedy.
I'll say, well, I'll give you guys a few guesses and then I'll give a little more to that one.
Seth Rogen.
Definitely not him.
Seth Rogen? What TV show has Seth Rogen been on in the
I
past
don't know.
10
Did
years?
he must have
Freaks
had
and
one.
Geeks?
Freaks
I
and
get
Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks
That's
in like
a very
the
good.
God, I want to say the 90s, but that's wrong. It's probably
No,
like
it's 99.
It's
99?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not, if it was Seth Rogen, I would not have said TV as well. I would have just said movies.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Somebody who's like who was notably on
You
TV.
know who would have fit that though? Kevin James, because he was not only the
Yes.
king of the queens, but he was also.
Good guess.
It was a good
I was
guess.
going to say that is in the same world as the person I'm thinking of.
Who is it?
I'm trying to think of like TV shows.
My mouth wants me to say Rob Schneider, but I kept giving like that's not a TV show. There's no TV show.
He has a TV show.
He has a TV show.
Yeah. It's called like Just Rob or something like that.
Just Rob.
Or
Is-
Real Rob.
Real Rob.
Are you officially guessing Rob Schneider?
I feel like I should. Yes.
It's not him.
Oh, you suck! Damn! Who said that you were allowed to be better at the podcast than us? Because not only have you turned it into an amazing informational podcast,
Yeah.
you also just destroyed me. I'm eviscerated off of this plane of existence.
Yeah. No, I'm here to eviscerate you and give you old ballpark knowledge when you're ready.
now I just
I'm here
wanna
for
start-
2 things: to blow you up and also blow you away with my dope knowledge.
I
about
Oh
just
my
wanna
space
start,
dating.
like name blasting all of the Happy Madison crew. Like fucking just I don't know, David Spade, Adam Sandler.
Do any of them have TV shows?
David Spade was on a TV show. He's
Oh
on multiple
yeah,
TV
that
shows.
my mom watched one of them.
Does SNL count? SNL count as a TV show?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
He's on
It,
SNL.
I feel like I don't think of it as like when I think TV show, I think like a sitcom and like.
Sitcom,
not-
yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
He on that.
SNL definitely is on TV.
I'm stumped. Stumped, dude. I'm ready for
man.
3. Do you want to?
Let me give you a little half hint.
Okay.
Yeah,
half
This
hint.
yeah.
probably won't
2.5.
help.
2.5.
This person, I said comedy. They started in comedy, but they have moved in. They've done some drama too, in addition to.
Jim Carrey.
No, another great Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
do love Jim Carrey, and do you guys know his new book?
No, he has a book. What's he
Ye-
writing about?
It's called Memoirs and Misinformation. It's like a novel, like based on his life.
Dude.
But it's like,
Wouldn't that just be an autobiography?
but it's fiction.
Oh,
There's
wow,
like it's
okay.
fiction is interwoven in with a lot of real things of like he is the protagonist and it's about like the protagonist has like a lot of the same has done a lot of the same things that he has done and it's named Jim Carrey, but it's like a alternate universe, but there's still it's weird, but it's cool. I just started reading it. I'm super into it.
That sounds amazing. Wow, he really took Truman Show to heart and was like, what if I did that, but it was me?
Dude, I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey should have been the person that I thought of. I love that dude.
He's pretty great. Pretty great.
I've got kind of an odd guess.
I mean, throw it.
Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, wow.
No.
Nah.
That's an interesting guess. Starting Connie has obviously shifted.
I can see how this would be fun for the listeners. So they're trying to guess too.
Yeah.
Some of them know. I bet some of them know. It's
And they're
obvious.
just screaming. Adam Driver.
Screaming. It's obviously. I'm not gonna say it. You thought I was gonna. I ain't saying it for you.
Ah.
Is it Adam Driver?
Definitely not. He's not this person's a comedian. Like, this person got famous doing comedy and then continued to do comedy and some drama. Ain't a ton of
Louis
those people.
C.K.
No.
What? Louis is a stand-up.
Zach Galifianakis.
No.
Fuck.
That I like that vein though, because that's like we're starting to hit in line with some people who kind of fit the bill here.
Those people fit the bill of what we've said so far.
You're saying that everything else I've said hasn't fit the bill when I said Kevin James? Like,
That
come
was
on.
pretty great.
Kevin James also hit the bill. Fit the bill.
I don't know if he's gotten serious in the past couple of years, though.
Aziz Ansari.
No.
That's an interesting guess.
He hasn't done what drama has he done?
Wasn't his TV show kind of dramedy-ish?
I guess you're right. Yeah.
I can't remember. Master of None. That's what it was called.
Yes.
Hannibal Buress.
No, I do like Hannibal.
I would love to see
I love
him in like a dead dramatic role.
Dead.
Well,
Yes,
what
like-
he's been in some. Oh, I can't even remember now. But wasn't he in like a few had some bit parts in some dramas the past few years?
Probably.
Yeah.
Also,
Unfortunately, he plays a lot of bit parts.
Hannibal is probably more famous now than he's ever been.
Really?
Yeah.
Why right this moment, would you say?
Well, the last couple of years at least, and I know
okay.
he just dropped a special like a last month, I think.
Oh, dang, I haven't even seen it.
Dude, it's on YouTube. Check it out.
Ugh, I gotta get on that.
And he's a meme. He's multiple memes.
Multiple memes.
He is.
He had that TV show, though short-lived.
Yeah.
Multiple TV shows.
What
Okay.
shows did Hannibal have?
Oh, I mean, he, kind of, not started, but really jumped off his career in the Eric Andre show. And then he had his own show, Hannibal Buress,
I love the Eric Andre show.
whatever.
I need to watch
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I mean, his on-stage music was the Flying Lotus dude.
Okay,
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, Flying Lotus.
Flying Lotus, yeah.
That's the person. What if I...
Whatever,
That's
fuck
it.
you, it's Flying Lotus, you suck.
They're like, what?
I'd be like, what movies and or TV show has this very prominent musician been in?
TV and movies. Okay, I think we need to move ahead.
Yeah, I think we gotta
Start
do the
pushing this
initials.
along.
We went to the initials with Ben Affleck two times ago, and we still couldn't get to Ben Affleck.
Really?
So, the initials are no guarantee.
I feel like most of the time you get there, though.
Okay, so hit us with those initials.
Do I need to know the middle name? I don't.
No,
I could
you don't
look it
have
up.
to know unless they're famous for their middle name.
This is another little half hint. The middle name is not a part of their stage name.
You eliminated at least 90% of people.
That's most of them. No.
Yeah.
SC.
SC.
My mind made up a fake name. It was
same.
Scott Carson.
I went with Scott also. That's funny.
Yeah.
Scott Carson.
Those things
Famous.
are that is SC, Scott Carson.
My brain also went Scarlett Johansson. I was like, you've made two fatal errors there. The last name and the gender.
And the comedian and TV show part,
SC.
famous part.
On a TV show and some movies. SC.
You can see now how this didn't help at all.
I'll
Man,
give-
is this going to be the first failure?
Well, we failed before.
Yeah, we failed before a lot.
I'll give you another hint.
Okay.
It's not it's not Santa Claus.
Oh shit, that seems really obvious. But also, why would Santa only have been famous in the last 10 years?
He peaked
got a
around
little
2012.
notoriety.
2012 was Santa's peak.
That was when the world was supposed
Peak
to end.
Santa.
It's when we had peak Santa.
Hmm.
God, I'm just trying to look for anybody who has an SC name. SC. South Carolina.
You got it.
Just the whole state.
Nailed it.
Oh, God.
Wow, there's an SC who almost fits the bill that is from South Carolina.
What are you Googling
Now,
over there?
no, I'm not. This is my
That's
memory,
off the
dog.
top.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
I'm getting Stephen Colbert.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh, but it's not Stephen.
Steve
Colbert.
Carell.
Yes, I shouldn't have said that.
That
Yeah.
Why was eliminating Stephen Colbert the linchpin for you friggin' doing?
I don't know. Oh, because I thought like my train of thought was Stephen Colbert has like his whole like satirical political shtick.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, Steve. And then I was like, who's been in a movie like that? I don't know why that's where my brain went. But then like Steve Carell was in that movie just this year, I think, where he was like a political guy. And then I was like, Steve Carell's in TV shows. Steve Carell's a comedian.
Steve Carell is everything to me.
And like the name Steven, like it's both Steve and like they worked together.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Like
they
a
did,
lot
didn't
of
they?
connections
Yeah.
between the two of them.
Steve Carell worked on the Daily Show, didn't he?
Yes, at the same time as Colbert, they did. I think they had a segment called Steven and Steven. I want to say
That is so
That
funny.
is amazing.
I love that.
So based on that, bringing back the fly thing. Mason, when was the last time you swat a fly?
I've been swatting at flies all day.
We got a gnat problem. I'm working on it. I've got the organic mixes and the apple cider vinegar trying to get rid of those little babies. But who swatted one more recently? I swatted one 10 a.m.
10 a.m. It's definitely been since then. I've swatted.
Okay, Mason goes next.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, I got it. I've made the
fucked up,
fatal
Alex.
error.
You did. All right, Mason. Send those psychic
I've made the
whips.
fatal error of not preparing a person, so I'm gonna.
Good. Let somebody come into your mind.
How about Stephen Colbert? That's a good one.
That way Nick can just like nail it in like one go.
Yeah,
Perfectly
okay.
mind read. Okay,
So,
I'm ready.
Let's get a name and then go.
George Washington.
Whoa. No.
I didn't even have time to think about it. You fucking on it, Alex. Holy shit.
I'm closer
You're
to him,
so
I'm
ready.
receiving the waves faster.
Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, what a good
damn.
guess!
No, that's I love that guess though. Not saying that that's close or anything, but that's like holy shit.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback on that and do Cuba Gooding Jr.?
How is that
I like-
piggybacking? Because they're both named Junior. They're both juniors.
Yeah, you got me. I'm sorry.
I guess they're both actors. Okay, so here's an interesting question. Would you consider Harry Connick Jr. more of an actor or more of a singer?
Singer's the first thing I always imagine.
I think of it. Well, I would say musician because I know he plays the piano too.
Yes.
So
that's a good distinction.
I was listening to like one or two of his albums like back in the day, and so I think I've listened to that more than I've seen him perform, like act. So to me, I think musician first.
Musician first? Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
That
yeah.
sense. Miles Teller.
No.
Miles Davis.
What are we just gonna do similar things like back to back?
No,
Wait.
not Miles Davis.
Is there anything wrong with that? Like, can
I mean,
not-
there's
No.
not. This is like a really cool tag team approach that I don't think anybody's ever thought of.
Let's
To just kind of just keep naming similar people until you get there.
Okay, let's do this. We can do this.
James
Sorry
Earl
if you hear-
Jones.
James Earl
No.
Mark Hamill. Those are related. Tell me no.
Actors since the 70s, right?
Yep. Are we not gonna say Star Wars? Or
I don't think we should. I realized after I said that, I was like, oh yeah, like from the same thing.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
They were in like the same movies back in the day. Right.
Pretty big global franchise. No big D.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna say Nelson Mandela.
Oh my God. What's your line of reasoning there going from?
I'm
Is it
reading
Nelson
your
Mandela?
mind.
Is that right?
No.
Oh, shit. I was gonna be like, fuck off.
I just wondered how we went from James Earl Jones to Mark Hamill to Nelson
I didn't say
Mandela.
they all had to piggyback. I just said that we were gonna try.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
How about Tom Hanks?
What does that have to do with Nelson Mandela? Did you piggyback?
I'm not.
No.
I'm not. Sometimes I'm piggybacking. Sometimes I'm not.
Okay.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh man, I like your
Okay,
left
baby
turn.
Dirk.
No.
I love
And
Dirk.
he, deep cut, Nick got on a news channel where he was interviewed for being a baby Dirk Nowitzki.
That's when
Are
my
you for
fame
real?
peaked.
This is dead real. He was on the
2011.
news. 2011. He was on the news.
That's incredible.
And they literally interviewed him just for that reason.
It wasn't 11. No, it was a little bit earlier. than that.
that's when they
won
won.
the
Yeah.
championship.
That's when they won
That's
the title.
why-
So
That's why he was interviewed.
Yeah,
He
so-
was in the crowd at the celebration.
I went to the parade. Yeah, I went to the championship parade, and people were. I guess people that don't know, I look a lot like Dirk. He looks like me, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, come on.
But like people like all day are saying this to me, like, oh, like Dirk, you look just Dirk. And somebody called me the baby Dirk. It's the baby Dirk. And this like I'm like waiting like for the dart at the end of the day, and like a dude comes up to me and starts talking to me. And they throw up a camera, and he does a quick like interview, and it ends up on the news, like me like as Dirk.
That
I
is
just-
so amazing.
I just want to imagine that he like guerrilla warfared it. Like he didn't even give you one. He's like, "Hey man, how's your day? Yeah, going home. By the way, boom."
No, he came
Camera
up
guy,
to
get
me-
over here.
They were doing a story on like how busy the dart was, and he sees me. I think he said, "You look like you could be Dirk's illegitimate child," and I just kind of laughed and started talking to him, and he's like, "You want to do something?" And they just pulled up the camera.
That is just the best.
I remember thinking afterwards, I was like, that one person looks like another person is not news.
And yet it was that.
Why?
evening.
Like, why is there really nothing going on that got airtime? Like,
I mean, the Mavs only won the championship, but that like how busy the train was,
Yeah.
and also that you look like baby Dirk Nowitzki. Like that's
That is
all
so
that's
funny.
important.
they did a piece about the parade and dart, and at the end they were like, and there was like a Dirk lookalike at the parade.
Oh wow, his son was
That's
watching
like-
him with admiration from the stands.
Cool.
Kurt Cobain.
No.
Brie Larson.
No.
Dave Wendy's. I don't know his last name.
Wendy-
Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Ooh, Dave
No,
Chappelle.
neither of those. Although I want to know what we're constituted as a star because of Dave Thomas.
Are you telling me that Dave Thomas with his square burgers isn't a star?
Who is
Fuck
Dave
you.
Thomas?
The guy who created Wendy's. The restaurant.
Are you kidding me, Mason? Of course he's a star. Wendy's.
He both created Wendy's the restaurant and Wendy his daughter.
That's right.
That's
Co-
two Wendy's.
Co-creator of the daughter, Wendy.
Oh, co-creator. Yeah, don't.
Give credit to Mrs. Wendy.
Mrs. Wendy.
I like the connotation that everyone is just named after their child. That like takes that Handmaid's Tale and just like flips it on his head, like
God.
instead of like
Oh.
of Joe, it's just like from before Wendy. I don't know. I couldn't think of a good way to say
Before
it.
Wendy.
Before Wendy.
Oh man, do we want to hint
Yeah,
yet?
Nick,
or are
do
we-
you want to hint?
I want 3 more guesses before the hint.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
3 more guesses.
Greta Gerwig.
No.
Gilda Radner.
Ooh, they're all so good. I'm jealous.
Michelle Williams.
No.
Jimmy Stewart.
No.
Fuck.
Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Fallon.
Who's Jimmy Smith?
Jimmy Smith, the organ player.
Oh, okay.
You know the famous organ player.
I was gonna say, if you take out the H and add 2 T's and an S, I know who that is. Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy
Okay, I was
Smith.
like, I can't spell that fast. Can
Not
you
who
help
I
me
was.
out?
Yeah, me too. Me too. I was like, my brain ain't working so good tonight. Help me out.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God,
the
that's
3
great.
guesses have been.
Oh yeah, we doing
used.
the
time period
Okay.
is, I want to say, very heavily the 80s. I want to say the 80s.
80s.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Eddie Murphy.
No.
Wow, you really gonna discount Pluto Nash that way, Nick?
Eddie Murphy was in his heyday when 1,000 Words came out.
Eddie Murphy's heyday was the 80s.
Yes, it
was.
Yeah, let's
We
be
got
honest.
48 Hours,
That
Beverly Hills Cop.
red tracksuit
The
in that
Golden
comedy
Child.
special.
That red tracksuit. Oh my god, yes.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't know the name of that comedy
Raw,
special.
I believe.
Is it Raw?
Raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
What are the '80s babies? Who's the
Um,
chick from
Dave-
Breakfast Club? Molly
Dave-
Ringwald.
No.
David Bowie.
No.
The poster.
Bowie's maybe a little more like.
Ooh, musician. Ooh, it's a musician. It's the Flock of Seagulls, guys.
Is it a
Like
musician?
all of them.
Is it a musician?
Okay, so are we going for what they're famous for?
I mean,
now?
I think we've fallen upon it.
I feel
Mason's
like I
very
kind of just
excited.
let that
Yeah.
go, but-
Mason, is it musician?
It is okay. I don't want to say musician. I want to say singer.
Singer. Oh.
How do you sing without making music?
That's true. That's true. So I
But-
guess musician, but I guess if we want to hone in specifically,
no,
singer.
I like that. I like
Blondie.
that hint.
Yeah. Blondie. Okay. Are we talking like the singer from Blondie?
Yeah, that's Oh, is she not Blondie?
Well, I guess she's technically blonde. Debbie Harry.
I didn't know her name.
Yeah.
Blondie.
No.
Yeah. Me and Mason are sharing headphones, so I just tugged both of us.
Oh man, I feel like I don't know a ton of 80s
Boys.
singers.
Singing lads. I need some singing lads.
So we're saying it as a gentleman.
Oh, I don't know. Mason hasn't confirmed or denied anything.
I cannot confirm or deny gentlemen. Do we want since
Nearly got
we
him.
knew the gender at this point already with Nick's, do we want to just throw it out there?
Nick, I'll leave that up to you.
I'm gonna say no. Let's
No?
make
Okay,
it
Cyndi
harder than
Lauper.
it has to be.
Hell yeah. No, not Cyndi Lauper.
Oh man.
Although that is a good guess.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, good guess. Hell no, it's not the person I'm thinking of.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
So-
oh, very interesting. No, I'm just kidding.
Alex, he said 80s, which is to say they were famous in either the 70s or the 90s or both as well, or past,
So-
but you're thinking probably the height of the fame was the 80s.
The height of the fame was the 80s. Definitely not
Okay.
before the 80s. And I want to
Okay.
say singer and acting. Although
Oh.
acting was probably more in the 90s.
Love it.
So someone
love
who
it,
sang
love
it, he sang, and then really was like, oh, I can do movies and whatever, acting. I don't want to presume movies, because it could be a TV show. Who knows? Guy who's honking outside, please stop. Jeez. I am recording a podcast.
We can have a couple honks in there. Why not?
Couple.
It's a soundboard. It's fine. My brain is just like, rock down to Electric Avenue. And I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
I don't know if that person was ever in any kind of
I
visual
don't know
media
anything that happened to him after,
Other than
before,
maybe
or
the
after
music
that
video.
song.
for Electric Avenue.
Bob Marley.
You're saying the height of Bob Marley's fame was in the 80s and
No,
that
I'm
he became
not
an
saying
actor in the
that.
90s?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Right? Is that wrong? Is that not true? Oh man.
This is rough. Rough stuff. I can only think of bands and not like individual people.
Yeah, were they like the lead singer of a band?
Or were they a band
Or-
after themselves?
Okay, so if we're going... do you mean a solo act?
Well, Blondie apparently
Yes.
was more than one person, and Alice Cooper was more than one person.
Up until he wasn't.
Up until he wasn't.
Ooh,
Yeah,
got him.
So let's just... Okay, so we're asking the question. Let's say solo act. Let's just rein it in.
Okay.
Red Solo Cup.
Are we sure I know who this person is?
Yeah, I'm also wondering
I
that
am
at this point.
pretty sure that both of y'all know who this person
We
is.
should know
you're-
at least.
They're a pretty big icon from that time period. I want to say.
Madonna?
Oh my God, Nick just got it.
Oh!
Nick!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, Madonna. That was it. I always try to pick people who have unique initials, so that by the time we get there, I can just be like M.
M. Ooh.
M.
What's the
Destroyed.
second one, Mason? Just M.
Just
Just
M.
M. There's
That's
Love
no
it.
second one.
That's like I did M. Night Shyamalan, so I got to be like MNS,
Oh.
like on one of the other episodes.
Oh yeah, that was rough. I don't even know who guessed it.
I like that.
What a twist! So that means I'm the last. Oop, tug the headphones again. I'm the last one to swat a fly, so I go last, and I will open the floodgates
You're
and
the-
release my thoughts. They're out there. Go.
Tony Danza.
No.
Red
Wow, Tony.
Auerbach.
You just. What'd you say?
Red Auerbach.
No.
John Coltrane.
Ooh.
Coltrane.
Yeah, Coltrane.
Wow. No.
Jason Segel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, it's not
Oh.
Jason Segel.
Kristen Bell.
Not Kristen Bell.
Dax Shepard.
Oh.
No, what are we running through right now?
Josh
Married
Hutcherson.
people. No.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Ooh, Nick is not correct.
Ah.
Has anyone ever guessed it before a hint was given?
I did.
You
I
did?
think it was the very first one.
The
What?
very first
I
one we
can't
did.
remember.
No, it was on the cartoon episode, right?
Oh,
I just
yeah.
screamed like, was it like cat dog? And I just fucking nailed it.
Yeah, it was something. I remember it was the cartoon episode, and you did.
I just got it. I don't know why, but it just came to me.
You felt it. You felt the energy of it.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, I really connected.
Is yours now cat dog?
There's no switching mid thought, so no.
Oh
it's
man,
not
I don't think
Cat Dog.
anyone would
Also-
ever get anything if we did that.
If we did.
Oh my God, switching waves.
Is it Madonna? Not anymore. It's not.
You do like a timer,
Well,
like in Cranium, and
now
you
it's
just have
not.
to like switch. 1 minute gone, switch every 1 minute. Like, ugh. Can you imagine?
That's funny. Adam Sandler.
No,
Chris
not
Farley.
the Sandman, not the Chris Farman.
Not big man in a little coat.
Big man, nope.
Yeah.
That guy in a little coat. That guy in a little coat. I love Chris Farley. I went on a
So good.
Chris Farley binge at the beginning of this quarantine.
Oh really?
Yeah. I read his memoir and I watched Tommy Boy and his SNL stuff and all his talk show appearances. That dude was so funny, man.
Oh, he's so good.
Funny.
Did you watch? What's that one? Was it Beverly Hills Ninja? Wasn't that?
No.
Chris Farley?
I've never even heard
You've
of
never?
that.
There's definitely a movie where Chris Farley plays a ninja. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure.
the
Sounds
one.
amazing.
That one. So he yeah, that they talked about that in the memoir. He
I'm gonna take over this knighting of Canada to type in Chris Farley Ninja to see what I get.
He did a bunch of training for that. He trained for a while and was
That's so awesome.
It is Beverly Hills Ninja, by the way, Nick.
yeah, and he was really good apparently, and the movie flopped, but that time I think that was his last sober period in his life, and it was
so
Oh,
sad.
that's such a shame.
yeah, and working on that movie helped him give him something to do and stay out of trouble, and
Damn.
such a yeah. That's.
I want to read his memoir. Are you just reading a bunch of memoirs in a row?
You would think, based on this conversation. Definitely not. And Jim Carrey's is not. That's more of a novel. That's like
yeah. I'm gonna get that. That sounds amazing.
It's awesome. I would highly recommend the Chris Farley one too, because I just think he's such a fascinating character. He's like epic guy. The story like mythical. The stories about him.
Yeah.
Just out of this world funny and like huge heart, super super sweet guy, and like super super religious too.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
very, and just like tortured, obviously, like huge addict. But just very sad but funny guy. It's such a shame that he died so young.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he's the kind of guy where you could like gather everybody who knew him in a room, go around the room, and everybody would have like a unique and entertaining story.
Yes.
That's all different.
Yeah, and you can find stuff like that on YouTube, and
That's true. You could jump. When I was looking into David Lynch, I literally like just hit interview after interview of that guy, because that guy is bizarre.
Yeah, that's a guy I'd like to get into more. I don't know too much about his work.
God, I can't even imagine he even let anyone write a book about him. Like,
You gotta keep the air of mystery.
Yeah.
man. That's just so interesting. I just want to talk about that, but no, we are. You are trying to read my mind.
Dimitri Martin.
No.
Oh.
I love Dimitri
Where has
Martin.
he
Where
been?
has he been? He's just been voicing Ice Bear on We Bear Bears, but that should be done now.
I know,
so.
it's like he did Taking Woodstock and then went into hiding for a little.
Well, there was his TV show, which was really
that's right.
good.
James.
Oh.
I'm close. James Woods.
No, it is not
That
James Woods.
dude
That's a crazy guess.
Batshit
We're just
insane.
naming crazy fucking people right now.
He's
Like, have
a,
you ever?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, have you ever looked at James Woods' like Twitter? That dude is crazy.
No,
I was
didn't
gonna
even know he had a
say-
Twitter.
Yeah.
He's like uber conservative.
He's like
very
a he's a big Trump fan, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
This game is way more fun than it should be.
What? Right? Like, so me and Mason, how this all started is like the two of us would be delirious trying to like fall asleep at night. And I was just like, hey Mason, what am I thinking of? And then we just did that back and forth. And we did it like every night for like a month. And I was like, if I made a podcast, this would be what the podcast is about. And he was like, let's do it. And then boom, we made the podcast.
Love it. This is fun.
Y'all need a time period?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, you ready for this drop?
Got the mic.
The 50s.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Jimmy Stewart.
No, it is not Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
Mickey Mantle.
Oh no, interesting guess. I love these like people I don't think about often are getting resurfaced in my mind, and I like that.
I don't
Yeah,
know if it was actually the 50s, but Laurence Olivier.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
I
had to
think he was
about,
around
who that
like
was.
40s, 50s, I want to say.
50s.
Yeah, it had to be.
I think earlier than that too. I think he was probably.
And like I'm saying 50s, and I would say arguably most famous in the 50s, but that didn't mean nothing continued after that.
When? What year did they die?
Ooh, now is that a hint if I say whether or not they are dead?
Oh.
Oh.
Shirley Temple.
No, it is not Shirley Temple.
She died though, right?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
she passed away.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to be like, I think that happened just recently, and then like it happened in like 98, but like.
In the quarantine, anything means anything, so it literally doesn't matter. Like, the first thing I thought of was that stupid commercial from the 90s that was advertising that, like, multi-pack DVD.
Oh my god.
What?
You remember and then it'd just be like her animal crackers in my soup, and then it's like it was a commercial for Shirley Temple DVD pack that was like recolored, remastered.
Yes. Okay.
Anybody who watched Nick at Night during the 90s would have seen it.
Classic. Good shit.
Lucille Ball.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's not it.
Damn. I thought that was it, Mason. I was feeling that one when you said it.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like all the signs point to yes.
Well,
I
then-
watched all of I Love Lucy. Like,
Let's just turn our eyes a little bit to the left
Are
of
you gonna say
Lucille Ball and say
Ricky?
Desi Arnaz. Yeah.
no, it is not Desi.
okay.
Although Desi was a lovely man.
Lucille Ball was one of the most famous people of the 50s, right?
I would
I
say,
would
oh
think so,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. She was also stone cold. I mean, she made sure that the actress playing Ethel was purposefully overweight to make herself look better.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was mean as hell.
That's so...
Yeah.
I thought you... So at first I thought you were about to say she was stoned the entire time.
I thought that's where
That
you were
would be
going.
Yeah.
amazing.
And then...
She was also the first woman to be shown pregnant on television.
Wow.
Wow.
Fun fact.
That's fun, I guess.
Little Rick.
Yeah, you're like, Nick, I don't give a shit about that fact. Can we go back to where she was high as a fucking kite?
high as a
That's
kite.
what I want to know. I want a memoir
she
that just
probably
dictates
was.
everyone that was just fucking lit. People you would never expect to be lit, just lit. That's what I want.
How about Louis Armstrong?
No, it is not Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong was smoking weed nonstop. He loved weed.
I believe it.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm into that.
he would I think he got arrested, or his wife got arrested for bringing weed on the plane for him.
Oh my god. Was weed even illegal back then? Because they didn't criminalize it till the 60s.
Yeah, I guess I'm not so sure, but I think
I mean, maybe it was starting to be. Maybe she had so much weed
yeah, could have
that
been.
they were like, you can't bring this much on a plane.
Yeah, definitely check this later. But I remember seeing something about that of he I know he fucking loved weed. He was high all the time, and he had gotten in
That's
trouble
so
with the law at least once because of weed, on a plane.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. We'll look that up. Episode corrections.
Didn't know that all about Louis Armstrong. That is so cool.
It's fun,
Dope
right?
fact.
But now you can
Yeah.
see it. He was so feeling it, loving everything he did every time you hear him play. Or
Would you
sing.
say, loving every minute of it?
I would not say
I don't know what that has
but,
anything to do
I
with
don't know. It's a song, and I just thought that was fuck you guys. I'm just trying to inject a little bit of fun. Just get stomped on like a fly.
Oh my god.
Rude. Do you guys want to know what they're famous for?
Yeah.
I think I already know what they're famous for.
What is Nick? You tell me. Do-
Making music because it's Elvis.
Holy shit, Nick got it!
Oh my god!
Why? How did you do that?
I read your mind, motherfucker.
Yes!
Wow, that's twice in a row.
Nick is officially the king of guest stars. Guest stars.
Wow,
Wow.
Elvis.
Wow, you just whipped it out, slammed it on the table. Money, cash money.
It was
Yeah.
so impressive. I think that you made Alex peek the mic more than she's ever peeked him.
We'll see. We'll see.
Record mic peak, huh?
Wow, I'm just so what, have you just been? You had this in your back pocket the whole time, and you're just like drama. I need the drama.
Literally, as I said, don't tell me, I already know, I did not have a person in mind.
Oh my god!
I was like, I know it, I'm gonna guess something right now.
Holy shit! What would you have done if you had failed, though? That's the real question.
Well,
what
that's
if it
the thing.
wasn't Elvis?
Then whatever, it's you to say no, it wasn't them, and maybe it's kind of funny or it's a flop, but nothing really happens. But if you take a big swing and you hit,
The
There we go.
connection,
That's
that's a home run straight out of the miniature ballpark.
That's like the climax of the highlight reel right there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god. We have like a really weird amount of time left. Nick, do you want to take like a micro round?
Let's do it.
All right, Nick, go. King of the podcast, go.
Okay. Sari Francona.
Oh wait, I thought you were gonna think of that.
Wait, okay.
Is it Sari Francona? I think I got it.
Well, that's all the time we've had today. Thank you guys for listening.
The micro round was us to guess it before you actually just started to say the name.
Yeah, I take over the podcast. I want it. I guess 2 in a row. It's my podcast now.
Legally, we've sold you the rights.
Thank you guys for joining GuESPers. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, who said you could do the outro? I guess it is your podcast.
Okay, now let me think of another person.
All right.
See, part of me wants it to be related to people or things we've been talking about, but part of me is like, it should be unrelated, so it's hard to guess.
It should be whatever your little heart desires.
My mind goes to like an obscure old baseball player, like
You would definitely not know.
I know. Like, that's not the point of this game.
We need Nick on for like a baseball only episode.
Oh man, get the but I don't know.
King of the B.
Let's see.
King of the Diamond.
Maybe I will do. Well, if I'm telling, I was gonna say maybe I will do an athlete. That's no fun if I'm already telling you that much.
Yeah.
Let me think again.
Try to think again. Yeah.
We're here. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
All right. I am gonna do an athlete.
You're just gonna okay, fuck it. Okay, it's the Rodriguez. What's his first name? The baseball player.
That's Alex Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez. Me Rodriguez.
It's not you, Rodriguez.
Dang it. It's Kobe.
Oh, damn, I was about to say Kobe.
It's not Kobe. I remember
man.
a kid. I was had to have been like 4 years old, and this kid was like maybe like 6 or something. And I was at this like church, like daycare or something, and this kid like was quoting like the Bible, but he said like he did what you just did, but he didn't realize the like his name was Matthew or something, or and so he was like, but like was quoting from like Matthew had said or done something in the Bible, and but he said he was like, so I did this and that, and like I said this, and they're like, what are you talking about? And like he didn't realize like
I'm a Messiah. What are you?
Yeah, he thought he was Matthew, man.
That is hilarious.
The only Matthew in the world.
I don't think I've ever told anyone that. That's weird.
That's
Look
awesome.
at it. We
Look at
just
that.
bring
Insider
it out
info.
of you. Just get it. Just
GuESPers.
pull the little info out.
GuESPers,
GuESPers.
pulling it all out.
It's where you just let everything off your chest because it's Tom Landry.
Was
See, it's
Tom
like
Landry now?
if that lands, if that's Elvis, it's so exciting.
So,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't, you just sweep
It was
it under
not.
the
It
rug.
doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So that was.
And
It was.
say Tim Tebow.
No, it's not Tebow and it's not Landry.
Aikman. Troy.
No.
Aikman, comma, Troy.
I like my martinis dry. Shaken, not stirred. Aikman, not stirred.
Aikman. That's really good.
Thanks. I worked not hard on it at all. I didn't even try.
James Harden.
No.
Who's the trolley gummy guy?
That was James Harden.
Oh,
The
nice.
trolley gummy guy?
Yeah, he did ads for trolley gummies. James Harden did.
Got you. I don't know what those are.
Nick obviously not versed in commercials like that. We can just like
I do not do the commercial.
John Elway. Is that his name? Elway?
John Elway, yeah, the football player.
Yeah.
It's not the name of the person I'm thinking of.
Terry Bradshaw.
No.
Why are you looking at me like
don't
that?
know. I'm
You're
just-
looking at
I'm
me with
like-
like a weird face.
I'm just trying to think. That's my thinking face.
Is that your thinking face?
Oh, who's that? What's that name of that baseball player? Like,
Uh,
I keep thinking Mark McGrath, but that's the lead singer of Sugar Ray. So that's
Magic Johnson.
No. Are you thinking Mark McGuire?
Yes, McGuire. Oh my god.
I just did it again. I guessed what someone was thinking again. Count it. Count it.
Count it.
That's number
Write
3.
it down.
That's 3.
You guys suck. I almost said Steinbeck, and I was like, yeah, the author. Fuck that guy. Maybe he played football. I don't know his life before he wrote books.
He played a little baseball back in the day.
Played a little bit. Didn't everyone?
Well, he did write about the Dust Bowl, so.
Oh.
Don't do him dirty like that. Like, he's dead. Dang it. Oh, there's a hole in my sock.
Yeah, I pointed at it earlier.
How disappointing. Who else athletes? What time period are they famous for?
I would rather not say.
Well, that's damning.
Dirk Nowitzki?
It's not Dirk. No, present day.
Present day? Who's
Famous
that new
right
guy?
now.
Who's that new guy on the Mavericks? What's his name? Luka?
Is it Mahomes? Is that his name?
Patrick Mahomes?
Mahomes.
Mahomes, thank you. Is it him?
It's not him. It's not Luka, but I do love Luka more than anyone in the world. He's the fucking man.
Luka seems pretty legit. I don't know a whole lot about him because I don't watch a whole lot of basketball anymore. But he seems like a pretty cool dude. So
Who's
He's so dope.
Polynesian dude who got his hair insured?
What?
the football player with the gigantic frizzy hair. Oh,
yeah, he actually got his hair insured.
Oh.
It was so like beautiful and luxurious.
Troy Polamalu?
Would you stop that?
He said Alamalo. I knocked Mason's headphone out. Football hair insurance. Google.
That's Troy Polamalu, right?
Yeah, Troy Polamalu. He had
exactly
$1 million in hair insurance in 2019.
Oh my
no,
God.
2010.
He did have great hair. Also, great player.
Yep.
Tom Brady.
No.
Just gonna say Brady.
Brady?
Who are the stupid brothers? The brothers football.
The brothers football?
Oh, Eli and Peyton Manning.
And Peyton Manning. Brothers football.
It's not the brothers football.
Oh God, Nick, put us out of our misery and tell us what fucking sport it's supposed to be.
I think you guys are close. You're not close.
Is it football? It's not football.
It's basketball.
Fuck!
Basketball.
I don't know any basketball men.
So I'm the only person who's named a modern day basketball man.
You telling me Kobe isn't modern? I mean, he retired and then passed away.
Yeah.
But, like, that's not.
LeBron. Has somebody already said LeBron?
No, I don't think anyone has said LeBron. LeBronny.
It's LeBron.
It's LeBron!
It's LeBron.
Man, I should have just shot for the low-hanging fruit immediately.
Yeah.
I went for Kobe.
I feel like you guys guessed the harder ones. It was deceptively tough because it was so obvious.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta hide in plain sight.
That's why I got that EP, the Elvis Presley. That's what I was doing until Nick just fucking hit me out of the park with his baseball.
I saw it right in your brain. I felt
you did.
it.
You plucked the fruit, but in a good way. I don't know what a bad way would be. I guess if you were stealing fruit.
Yeah, I was given permission first to pluck, and then I did.
Yeah. All right, and with that, I crown Nick king of the podcast.
Yes.
In the podcast.
Reigning supreme.
Nice.
And I'm going to wind it down. You can check us out on all of our usual social media, episodes corrections on GuESPers.tumblr.com. We got a Twitter page at GuESPers Podcast. And then wherever your podcasts are sold, YouTube no longer does emails, so you don't really have to ring the bell anymore because it doesn't matter, but you can subscribe. We have a YouTube video, and then Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever podcast.
Spotify.
Subscribe, comment if you can, rate if you can.
Oh, yeah, and join us next week where it'll be just Nick, since this is now his
Nick's
podcast.
Nick-only podcast. It'll be very difficult to put together.
He will dial a random phone number, and when the person picks up, he will just tell that person what they were just thinking.
Thanks. Thank you guys for bringing the podcast this far, but I got it from here. GuESPers 2.0.
It's where every week Nick dials 8675309 just to see who's on the
Just
other
to
end
see
of that
who
number.
on with the baby Dirk, Nick.
With baby Dirk. Nick, that's amazing. Nick, do you have anything that you would like to plug?
I am starting. It's not out yet, but I'm trying to start a YouTube channel where I throat sing pop songs.
You're gonna do it? I know we talked about this
We
earlier.
talked about it. I'm trying to. In case I do, check it out. I don't know. Just
Fuck yeah.
throat singing, throat singer. Check it out.
That
Famous.
sounds incredible.
Gonna be so good. Do you want to give anybody a little tiny taste before we call this off?
Humble.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, I can't wait to see what that waveform looks like.
I want to make a request for one of your first videos.
Oh, great.
You've got your first caller, Nick.
Let
Would
me-
you like to take it?
Grab my notebook.
He's grabbing his notebook. This is official.
This
This
is
is
awesome.
happening.
I just thought of one, just hearing him do that, I was like, oh, I got a good one for it.
Cool. I'm excited to hear what it is.
Bring
I'm
it.
trying
Lay
to-
it on.
Yeah, the lion sleeps tonight.
Oh,
That's an interesting one.
Wait. from The Lion King.
Was that in The Lion King?
Yeah, I think so. During the, like, maybe. I don't know. My brain immediately goes to Ace Ventura. Piat Detective.
Ah, yeah.
That scene and
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would just be a good one, especially because it's a lot of it's just like a lot of vocalizations. I feel like that would just
Yeah.
be really nice.
Is that what the song is called? The Lion Sleeps Tonight?
I don't
Let
know.
me check for
Yeah,
you.
look that up,
Lion
please, because I don't.
Sleeps
I'm
Tonight.
pretty sure it's not actually.
It actually
Oh,
is.
it is.
The Lion Sleeps Tonight, originally by, it looks like, it's hard to tell, but maybe the Tokens?
Oh.
From 1961, that seems right.
Is that the same song? Or is that a different
Originally
song?
written and recorded by Solomon Linda.
Is that a totally different song from the one you're
Mm.
talking about?
No,
I'm
it's
pretty
the
sure it's the
same
same one
one.
because if you go back to the Google page, there is a parenthetical title next to the main one that just says, let me make sure, Weema Wet. So,
Gotcha. That's the one we're thinking.
Yeah, Lion Sings Tonight, Weem Away. And then if we return back to the Wikipedia page, we'll find that the song was originally under the title Mboob. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's M-B-U-B-E.
Mbube, I
Mbube.
think, because it's African. I think that's how you pronounce stuff like that. When the M and the B are right next to each other.
Mbabe.
Okay.
Mbabe. Mbabe.
The song was
Mboob.
originally written in Zulu.
Ooh.
Wow, that's so
check this
interesting.
out.
Fun.
All right, well, we're not going to deep dive into this. We're going to close out the podcast. And Nick, you don't know this, but Mason always takes us out of the podcast. Mason, take us out!
I really, really, really need to think of a better send-off for the guest episodes, because normally I'd say we didn't get anything right today, but we definitely, Nick got so
Nick
much
is
right
so
today.
right.
How about this? Nick got a lot right today, and we had a lot of fun.
He's the king of the podcast.
This is where they're guessing